Hi everybody, Sharon here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode in my 2020 garden. So today I'm going to be showing you what kind of seeds I'm going to plant. This year I'm doing an all hybrid garden. Well, okay, maybe not all hybrid, but for the most part it's going to be a hybrid garden. I have had a lot of blight problems in my garden and I went with all hybrid tomato seeds this year. Let me show you how I ended up choosing what I was going to plant, and then I will show you what seeds I got. So why am I switching to all hybrid? Mostly for disease prevention. So I ended up having disease problems last year, and in talking to other gardeners in the area, they also have the same problems that I have. For instance, blight. It's in the soil, it's in the trees, it's in the grass, you know, it just is everywhere, and it's almost impossible to get rid of. So I'm just kind of caving and deciding that I cannot have tomatoes that are not hybrid and don't have a good disease package. So even though I have some tomatoes here that are hybrid tomatoes, I don't necessarily know that they have the best disease resistance. So I did end up buying some tomatoes for disease resistant. So the first thing I did when deciding what seeds to buy is I went through all my seeds and pulled out any hybrid seeds or anything that I really wanted to grow. Now I do have a pretty good selection here. Some of these are hybrid, some of them are not. Like these are not hybrid here. I've got yard-long beans, Mexican sour gherkins, blue curled Scotch kale, and French breakfast radish, but I don't have to worry about disease on those. They're just things that I want to grow. I've got some hybrid carrots, zucchini, some pak choy and bok choy. This is called flower sprouts. Have you ever heard of that? I think I bought this last year maybe. So it's like a combination between broccoli and kale, I think, if I remember right. I've got some cabbages, a lot of tomato seeds, but there's only a few of them in here that have good disease packages, like this Bella Rosa, the Bush Early Girl, the Early Girl, and I think that is it as far as disease resistance. Here I've got some melons that I'm going to grow. This is the only peppers that I had left. I did have one All American Selections pepper. Some spinach. I have some leftover spinach from last year that's hybrid, and then some onions that are hybrid. My next step was to go through the Johnny's catalog. Now Johnny's is very well known for very high quality seeds, and if I'm going to buy hybrid seeds and I want a good disease package, I should go to Johnny's. The problem is hybrid seeds are very expensive. So I went through their catalog. So I marked off anything that caught my eye. So I looked at the tomatoes, and a lot of times it'll say in here, disease resistance, intermediate resistance to early blight combined with great flavor and early maturity. And I found the ones I wanted, circled them. Then I went onto Johnny's website and looked at their sales section, because these seeds, for 15 seeds, are $5.65. That's a lot of money for seeds. Even though it's Johnny's and you know that the quality is really good. I've grown Johnny's seeds as long as I can remember, and their seeds keep forever. They still have really good germination, even on very old seeds. But I went on their website and I looked at the sale, and they had a pretty good selection for sale. And so here is what I ended up getting from Johnny's is this. Now this is not for my garden, but this is some microgreens that I'm going to grow. I ended up finding 3 different peppers, one called Aura, one called Glow, and this one's called Intruder. One of these is yellow, one of them's orange, and then the other one is just a green red pepper. Then for tomatoes, I picked up this one called Martha Washington. And this hybrid cherry, I accidentally got 2 packages of those, so I've got plenty of those. Here I got fennel, because I really want to grow fennel. I just absolutely love fennel. This is a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. This is a hot pepper. This Numex brand I really like. I have really good luck with them. These are cucumbers. This is little leaf. And then we got the seedless kind. And then this Jester squash, which is a delicata type squash. After I made my way through Johnny's sales section, I went over to Pine Tree Garden Seeds. And again, went through their catalog and picked out what I wanted. And based on, we'll go to the tomato section again. Based on what I found at Johnny's and what I was able to get there on sale, I decided that I would only get certain types of seeds. For instance, for the tomatoes, I wanted 1 plum tomato, 1 cherry tomato, 1 6 to 7 ounce tomato, and 1 like beefsteak type tomato in my garden. And the rest of them can be whatever. So I at least wanted one of those 4 types of tomatoes. Now, I picked out what I wanted here, and here is what I got. So for carrots, I've got rainbow carrots and these ones called Adelaide. Again, these are almost, I think almost all of these are hybrid, if not all of them. Cucumbers, Summer Dance, and I did pick up another Mexican sour gherkin because my other seeds are really old. For kale, I got a Starboard kale. And then I got 2 different kinds of spinach, one called Space, one called Reflect. I got kohlrabi, tango celery. I love growing celery. It is the most fun to grow. Over here I got a couple onions, Cortland and blush onions. Then I got a butternut squash called Butterscotch. Watermelon called Sangria. Sweet pepper called Felicity. Zucchini, Green Machine. Chariot radish. 0.1 cabbage. And then 4 tomatoes. This Country Taste, Defiant, Plum Regal, and Damsel. And that is everything I got from Pine Tree Garden Seeds. So that is everything that I bought for seeds, and that I'm going to stop there. Last year I did go on to, how many of you watch the Praxis 55712 channel? I did go on to his little shop of seeds and purchase some seeds from him last year. And I don't know which ones I'm going to plant or not. It all depends. So once I sit down and actually plant my seeds, that's kind of when I decide what I'm going to start and what I'm not going to start. And if I still can't decide, I kind of see how they perform as seedlings and young plants. I always plant way more than I need, and this year I'm going to be, our subdivision has a rummage sale in the middle of May, and so I'm going to have a stand with a bunch of plants on it and try selling some plants. Especially, I have so many seeds of my heirloom tomatoes, and I really kind of want to plant those while they're still viable and sell them. One thing I want to point out, even though I've showcased these two seed company catalogs, Johnny's and this Pine Tree, I'm not sponsored by either of them. I would love to be, but I'm not. So I bought all these seeds with my own money. And a couple other places, I've been asked, where do I get my seeds? So these are probably my favorite places to get seeds besides Baker Creek. The thing I like about Baker Creek is it fills my experimental gene that I have in me, because there's things in here that, you know, you can't find anywhere else. And their catalog is just lovely. I mean, let's face it, their catalog's lovely. So I do like to buy from there. I didn't buy anything from there this year, but I do still have quite a few of their seeds left. So if I feel in the experimental mood, I can always go and get the ones that I got before. So I really like Baker Creek. So another catalog that I really like is this Tomato Grower Supply. I look through this catalog and I get stars in my eyes, because there are so many tomatoes that I want to grow. I mean, and even hybrids. They're just so many of them. Now their prices are about the same as Johnny's. Pine Tree is probably the most cost effective. But if you want variety, this is the place to go. They also have a lot of AAS award-winning tomatoes and peppers. Some of them you've heard of, some of them are quite old, but an AAS winner is an AAS winner. I mean, it's just the way it is. So I really love, love, love their catalog. And I had already spent those few seeds that I bought cost me about $140. That's a lot of money. And a lot of these packets have 10 seeds, 15 seeds. It's not like you're getting, for the peppers and the tomatoes, it's not like you're getting 100 seeds in these packs. You're only getting very few. And that's why I wanted to make sure I had fresh seeds. So I only have to plant one pepper seed for one plant, and hopefully they'll come up. So yeah, $140 is a lot of money for just those few little bit of seeds. And but you know, I think I just really want to see what kind of production I will get out of a hybrid garden. So there are going to be a few things that aren't going to be hybrid, like lettuce. I don't think you can, I thought you couldn't find spinach, but spinach you can find in hybrid. But lettuce, they really don't have any kind of hybrid lettuce out there. I have a feeling that some of these engineered lettuces that have been, you know, engineered a really long time ago were at one time considered to be hybrid, but not anymore. So there are some things that you just can't find. The other thing, I really want to grow a regular old, you know, I grew up in the 70s watermelon, because, you know, with the black seeds in it and everything. And I do want to grow a Moon and Stars watermelon and see how those go. But for the most part, especially my tomatoes and my peppers and spinach, onions, all that is all going to be hybrid. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it does. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Sharon's Home and Garden. I am so happy to be spending this time with you, and look forward to spending the year ahead in the garden. If you like what you saw here, don't forget to click on that subscribe button or hit the thumbs up if you're already subscribed. And until next time, happy gardening, everybody. Bye-bye.